Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, Mr. Lawless. At this point, we would like to ask everyone to turn off all noise-making devices. If there are any family or friends that could not be here today, they can watch on our live stream on the following links that are seen on the screen. Good morning, staff, platform party, family members, guests, and most importantly, graduates. On behalf of Columbia International College, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to everyone who is gathered here today. My name is Brandon Lewis. I'm the Student Life Supervisor here at Columbia, and it's my honor to be your Master of Ceremonies for today's celebration. It is my pleasure to welcome the platform party for this graduation. Would all the faculty from Columbia International College that represent the various facets of our Total Care team please stand? Thank you. I will now call upon the representatives from our wonderful university partners to please stand. Thank you for joining us today. You can also find a full list of all the members on the platform party on the first page of our program. I'd like to call special attention to our Vice Principal, Mrs. Diana Reed, our General Manager, Mr. Pat Hurley, and our Executive Director, Mr. Clement Chan. Our speakers for today, Dr. Laurie Livingston, Provost and Vice President Academic at Ontario Tech University. Also, we have your valedictorian in Roxy Lee. Graduates, congratulations, you did it, and today we are here to celebrate your accomplishments. It is a proud moment for all of us, staff, parents, friends, as we watch you graduate from high school today. At this moment, let's please rise and join Mr. Lawless and our school band in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise from true north, strong and free, from far and wide. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on God for thee.
You may be seated. Thank you, Mr. Lawless and your team. That was awesome, right? Amazing. Our Vice Principal, Diana Reed, will be delivering the principal's welcome on behalf of Bill Ironside today. Diana comes to us with 18 years of experience in education. She's been a teacher, department head, and vice principal at schools throughout the Peel region. She is passionate and enthusiastic educational leader who believes in the importance of building relationships, supporting staff, and creating inclusive and welcoming classrooms for students to learn and grow. If you know Diana, she always says, well, what's best for the students? So Diana, please come up.
Good morning and welcome to our platform guests, staff, friends, parents, and of course, our graduating class. I would like to start off by letting our graduates, families, total care team, and faculty know that our school principal extraordinaire, Mr. Bill Ironside, was not able to join us today. Please know he is here with us in spirit, and he is so incredibly proud of our graduating class. I feel honored to deliver opening remarks on his behalf. As many of you already know, Mr. Ironside remarks at every graduation that no one graduates alone. Graduates, look around you. You made it, successful together, as friends, as each other's support network, and now as new CIC family. Look further around the room. Close your eyes. Think about your support network at home. Today you are receiving your diploma, but you are graduating alongside your circle of care. In researching last night how to write an impactful graduation speech, I learned that it was important to choose one specific message. I learned that the speech should be clear, concise, relevant, and meaningful. Above all, I learned I should relax and enjoy the opportunity to speak to the graduating class. So here we go together. Today, I want to leave you with one simple message, graduates. It's all right not to be perfect. It's all right to stumble. It's all right to fall. It's all right to lose. It's all right to be rejected, and it's okay to fail. As the mother of a grade 12, 17-year-old boy who has no idea what he intends to do next week, let alone for his future, and as the very proud vice principal of over 1,500 students that have traveled here from over 70 countries, away from their families, their friends, their language, and their culture, to pursue higher education, it dawned on me. Teenagers are afraid to fail because they want so desperately to succeed. The pressure that our teenagers feel is tremendous. They want to make their parents happy, their families proud, and build a future for themselves in what can sometimes be described as a harsh world. It's easy to give up when you fail because it's hard to figure out how you'll succeed. Along the way, each of us fail. Each of us are rejected. Each of us stumble, and we don't get exactly what we want. Sometimes it's not fair, but it is what it is. And this is okay. It's okay not to be perfect. It's okay to fail as long as we build a new path and a new plan to success. It's okay to fall as long as we figure out together how to get back up. Today is about success. You have already overcome so many obstacles to succeed. The road from here may be full of successes, or it may be riddled with a few unexpected challenges and failures. It's okay not to be perfect. Today I want to share with you the names of two people you might recognize that along their way to success failed. They weren't perfect. In science, math, or physics class, you might have heard about a guy named Albert Einstein. Oftentimes, Einstein's name is now synonymous with the word genius. What you might not know is that Einstein didn't start speaking until he was 4 years of age. He didn't learn to read until the age of 7, and he was labeled as intellectually challenged. One teacher actually said he was too stupid to learn anything. Einstein went on to win a Nobel Prize and altered the world's approach to physics. For those of you who know me a little bit well, you know that sports are a very important part of my life, so indulge me for just 1 minute. Many of our graduates might know a basketball player named Michael Jordan. You may simply know because there's a picture of him on your shoes, your hoodie, or your shirt. Here's what you might not know. In 1978, Michael Jordan went to Laney High School and tried out for his varsity basketball team. When the list was posted outside the phys ed office the next day, Michael Jordan was not on it. That's right, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He didn't give up. He wasn't perfect. He pursued his passion and went on to play basketball at the University of North Carolina. In 1984, 6 years after he was cut from his high school basketball team, he was drafted into the NBA in the first round. Jordan's relentless drive would help him break numerous records, and he has become one of the most decorated players in the NBA. Listen to what Michael Jordan once said. "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost over 300 games. I have been trusted 26 times to make a winning shot that I missed. I have failed over and over again, and that is why I am successful." So, talking about failure may not be the perfect or most appropriate topic at a graduation, but I argue that it is the most appropriate topic. Graduates, think back on your time here. I bet somewhere along the way, you weren't perfect. Somewhere along the way, you thought of giving up. Think about your challenges, your failures, your rejections and disappointments, the test score you didn't expect, the assignment you thought you would never finish, the rejection in a relationship, and the homesickness you thought you'd never get over. You were not perfect, but you didn't give up. You succeeded, you finished, you persevered. So, dear graduates, remember your successes. Remember that there may be setbacks and failures as you continue on this road called life. Nobody expects you to be perfect. There's going to be anxiety about the uncertainty of tomorrow. Push yourself, never give up. If you give up, you will never know how close you were to succeeding. I'll leave you with the words of a football coach that I admire greatly, Mr. Vince Lombardi. "Winners never quit, and quitters never win." To our teachers and all staff from all departments across our Total Care team, thank you for your good work and your commitment to our graduates. Thank you for playing a part in their success, and thank you for supporting them in their falls. Parents, thank you for your trust. We all share in your pride and child's success today. Graduating class of December 2019, thank you for being perfect in all your imperfection. Thank you.
Wow, that was awesome. Oh, great. Our next speech is from our keynote speaker. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Livingston. Dr. Livingston began her term as Provost and Vice President Academic at Ontario Tech University on June 1st, 2019. Prior to this, Dr. Livingston served as the university's Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences since 2015. Dr. Livingston is a noted university administrator and scholar whose research has spanned a broad range of topics, including computer-based learning, human-computer interface, clinical biomechanics, and most recently, her Social Science and Humanities Research Council, SSHRC, funded research program in the area of sport officiating. It's my pleasure to welcome Dr. Livingston to come forward.
Thank you very much. To begin, I would like to acknowledge and give thanks to everyone on the platform today, to the faculty, staff, and administration of Columbia International College, honored guests, family members, and significant others who are here to support the graduates, and of course, members of the graduating class. Thank you so much for the invitation to be here. I am deeply honored to have the opportunity to bring you congratulations on behalf of Ontario Tech University and to deliver this keynote address. And I might add, it's a very difficult act to follow, Vice Principal Reid. I would like to begin by explicitly congratulating you, the members of today's graduating class, on meeting the requirements necessary for graduation from your program of study. Importantly, today's graduation represents one of many important steps in your continuous lifelong learning journey. Lifelong learning is important because, thanks to technology, the world today is in a constant state of change. And your future successes, and frankly, all of our future successes, will depend on our collective ability to constantly adapt to what is changing around us. Technology is pervasive in society, and you are part of a new generation of what are referred to as digital consumers. As a digital consumer, you use a variety of devices and interfaces to connect to the internet and to interact with digital contents, services, experiences, and of course, your classmates. You, more than any other generation before you, rely on technology to navigate and find your way each and every day. And around the world, others are doing the same. For example, in 2019, for the first time in history, 4 billion people, or more than just half of the entire global population, is connected to the internet. Many of the consumers who are coming online for the first time, moreover, are from emerging markets. These include India, and 7 of them are located in Africa. Of the top 10 next emerging markets, 7 of them are located in Africa. And finally, just to sort of put some emphasis on this point of how dependent we've become on the internet, many years ago there was considerable skepticism about the idea of selling clothes online. Do you know today apparel and footwear sales around the world total more than $320 billion? That's happened in the last 10 years. And so, why am I telling you these facts? Well, let's begin simply with the following proposal. If you like technology and you want to pursue a career in designing, building, or supporting its use, that career is out there waiting for you. On the other hand, if you're not interested in a career in designing, building, or supporting the use of technology, well, you are at least going to need to be able to use it. Overall, the moral of the story is that for a career in the 21st century, you need to embrace technology as part of your everyday life and work and be technologically literate. Ontario Tech University is an interesting institution. We are uniquely positioned as one of Canada's youngest universities on the delivery of technology-oriented degree programs that will lead you on a career path of your choosing. We're also a predominantly science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM-based institution that is committed to preparing our students for successful careers. We are located in the city of Oshawa, which is part of the Greater Toronto Area, and we have 7 different faculties offering degrees at the undergraduate level. This includes engineering and applied science, energy systems and nuclear science, business and information technology, science, health sciences, social science and humanities, and education. And we also offer graduate degrees at the master's and PhD levels. Now I want you to imagine this. You can come to Ontario Tech and study with faculty members from around the world in a variety of areas of engineering, including automotive engineering, mechatronics, mechanical, and software and computer engineering. And in doing so, you will have access to state-of-the-art teaching and research labs including a one-of-a-kind climactic wind tunnel where the temperature can go from minus 40 degrees Celsius to plus 40 degrees Celsius in a matter of hours, and where we can replicate virtually every weather condition that you can think of: snow, wind, rain, sleet, and so on. Just imagine what it would be like to study and do research on autonomous vehicles in an environment like this as part of a research team led by a Canada Research Chair. You can do that at Ontario Tech. And state-of-the-art facilities are a hallmark of our university, including the fact that we are located on Canada's largest geothermal field, which is also the second largest geothermal field in North America. We are committed to environmental sustainability on our campus, and we offer degree programs aimed at combating the most challenging or the most important challenges in the world today, like climate change. Importantly, our commitment to technology also includes ensuring that we use it ethically. This is something that we call tech with a conscience, and to this end, we offer through our Faculty of Business and Information Technology, which is the only business faculty of its kind in Canada, not only traditional business programs in commerce and accounting and marketing and so on, but also highly sought-after degrees in cybersecurity, technology management, and game development and entrepreneurship. Hopefully, via my words today, you have come to see Ontario Tech as a creative and forward-looking institution. We are a young university with state-of-the-art facilities, cutting-edge degree programs, and we are home to faculty and staff who are interested in you, your well-being, and your future success. If I've sparked any interest in the institution that is Ontario Tech today, please check us out online. And if you choose to pursue, in the event that you do choose to pursue further studies at Ontario Tech, if you see me walking across campus, or even Dr. Stokes over there walking across campus, please do stop us to say hello and to remind us that we met you here today. In closing, I once again congratulate all of you on your graduation today and wish you all the best in pursuing your goals and dreams in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Livingston. Now I will call upon Mr. Chan, Mrs. Reed, and Mr. Yu for the presentation of diplomas.
Shen Chu, Ontario Scholar. Huang Yen Mai, Ontario Scholar, Top Subject Prize Award, Visual Arts Applied and Visual Arts. Arash Ghafouri, Ontario Scholar. Kento Sakita, Ontario Scholar. Tran Huyen Tran Nguyen, Ontario Scholar, accepted to the University of Ottawa. Veronica Savoza, Ontario Scholar, Top Subject Prize in Geography, Media, Challenge and Chain, and World History. Zhuo Bin Tan, Ontario Scholar. Mohammed Kamas Abbas Jaga, Ontario Scholar, accepted to York University. Trust Divine Akwa Owa, accepted to Mohawk College, Sheridan College, and Centennial College. Hashem Al-Habeshi, accepted to Lakehead University. Fargal Azimi, accepted to Seneca College, Mohawk College, and George Brown College. Kimberly Babica. Ping Ping Bai. Muhammad Mustafa Bello. Damiette Disrael Bob Manuel, Ontario Scholar, accepted to York University with total scholarships $1,000. Ji Chi Chai. Chia Chen Chang. Ya Peng Chen. Wen Shu Duan. Jia Bao Duong. Excel. Hai Rong Gui. Mei Ding Guo, Ontario Scholar. Fatima Hamidikia, accepted to George Brown College and Seneca College. Chen Jing Jing He, Ontario Scholar. Xiao Min Yu He, Ontario Scholar. Huang Huin. Shannon Angelica Indrowan, Ontario Scholar. Ai Xuan Jiang. Ziyi Jiang. Yi Fong Jin, Ontario Scholar. Purya Haravi, accepted to Mohawk College and Seneca College. Arshia Kensaritai, Ontario Scholar, accepted to York University. Arvin Coromedel Kasani, accepted to Seneca College, George Brown College, and Mohawk College. Tian An Ju, accepted to the University of Sydney. Shi Hao Li. Yu Yang Han, Ontario Scholar. Chang Yang Li, Ontario Scholar. Zhao Rong Lu, Ontario Scholar. Nguyen Thi N. E. Lee. Sophia Namawanga, Ontario, accepted to York University. Mohammed Reza Nazarita Jabadi, Ontario Scholar, accepted to York University, the University of Ottawa, total scholarships $4,000. Hai Dang Nguyen, Ontario Scholar. Huyn Bao Trem Nguyen, top subject prize in English. Mi Nguyen, accepted to George Brown College, top subject prize English. Pham Gia Ken Nguyen. Tai Quinn Huang Nguyen, Ontario Scholar. Van Thin Nguyen. Denise Cristobal Obiazi, Ontario Scholar, accepted to York University, Brock University, Trent University with total scholarships $11,000 and top subject prize in nutrition and health. Tian Lun Shen. Jia Jin Chu, Ontario Scholar. Sheng Kai Peng. Carlos Andres Sosa Velasco, Ontario Scholar. Jin Zi Tung, Ontario Scholar. Dai Fat Tran. Thi Du Huan Tran, accepted to Humber College. Aryan Vusugi Shivari, Ontario Scholar. Irfan Yusuf Muji, Ontario Scholar, accepted to York University, Wilfrid Laurier University, total scholarships $8,000. Edwin Mujaya. Thi Thu Hang Tran. Ha Q Oan Vu. Thi Nuak Duan Vu, accepted to Fanshawe College. Zi Chi Yang. Chi Zhang. Yi Fang Zhang. Yu Man Ting, Ontario Scholar. Tamilur Abdullahi Adeyemi, accepted to Algoma University and the University of Winnipeg.
I'd like to call upon Mrs. Reed to stay up for the presentation of the Tech and UDEM Certificates of Completion.
Alonso Becerra Raquel. María Jimena Amador Picos. Omar Jarif Aviña Vizcarra. Luis Antonio Barajas Ramírez. Frida Sofía Barragán Lujano. Frida Barragán Valencia. Cristina Corona del Río. David Cortés Montejano. Paola de Gibbs Fonseca. Paola Enríquez Castillo. María Fernanda Ferral Suárez. Pamela Flores Vela. José Daniel García Torres. Natalia García Ureta. Nancy Alejandra Garfio Flores. Magdalena Vania Gómez Salinas. Sharon Patricia Gutiérrez Romero. Itzi Shashid Herrera García. Adriel Antonio Huerta Vidal. Natalie Aileen Jaimes Villalobos. Marcelino Alejandro López López. Alexandra Daniela López Velasco. Jimena Lozano Palacios. Alexa Martínez Cervantes. Mauro Antonio Martínez Rebanal. Andrés Méndez Albarrán. María José Miranda Esqueda. Víctor Eduardo Pérez Sánchez. Daniel Ruán Aguilar. Osvaldo Gael Sánchez del Toro. Carlos Cedas Ilescas. Samir Tamer Simón. Aimé Treviño Hernández. David Ángel Valadez Hurtado. Livia Zazueta Sandoval. José Alberto Fares Padrón.
Thank you. And congratulations to all the graduates and all the Tech and Udom students for all your hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys did it. I hope it feels great, but right now we get to move on to a very special part of today's ceremony for the various awards and scholarships that are given to graduates for their excellence both within and outside the classroom. I would like to start with asking Mrs. Reed to come forward for the Principal Scholarship. $5,000 is awarded to the student with the highest 4U average, and this year's recipient is Veronica Sizova. Now, hold on, guys. I'm going to go off script a little bit here. Veronica has the highest 4U average of this year's graduating class. Veronica? Yeah, hold on. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess what her average was for her 4U. I got it. I heard it over there. That is correct. 99%. Can you believe that? Congratulations, that is absolutely incredible. Oh, I hear the buzz going. Everyone like, 99? She couldn't get that one extra percent? Come on. Oh, he's evil like me. Next, I would like to ask Mr. Chan to come forward for the Founders Merit Scholarship. The Founders Merit Scholarship is $5,000 presented to the graduate who has demonstrated a record of academic excellence and well-roundedness in leadership skills, emotional skills, and physically. This year's recipient, of course, is Lala Ma. I'd like to ask Mr. Hurley to come forward for the General Manager's Scholarship. $2,000 is awarded to a student that demonstrated 3 characteristics that are essential to future success in business: passion, patience, and perseverance. This year's recipient is Kento Sakita. Next, I would like to ask Mr. Knapp, Business Department Head, to come forward for the Jim Campbell Business Award. In honor of Jim Campbell, the former General Manager of Columbia International College, $1,000 is presented to a student who has demonstrated a record of academic excellence in at least 2 grade 12 business courses. This year's recipient is, and she's sitting right up here, Roxy Lee. Next, I would like to ask Melissa Poole from McMaster University to come forward for the Tech Partnership Scholarship. $1,000 is awarded to the top tech student who has demonstrated a record of high academics and well-roundedness in leadership and character. This year's recipient is Jose Daniel Garcia Torres. Now that's a good ovation right there. Next, I would like to ask Mr. Susan, Department Head for Social Sciences, to come forward for the Social Studies Scholarship of Excellence. $1,000 is awarded in memory of Harold Mills, former principal, to the top 4U graduate in the social science stream. This year's recipient is Veronica Sisova. I think that is a good plan. If you want to go off to the side here, you may be called up a couple times. Next. Next, I'd like to call Mrs. Uribas from the English Department Head to come forward. For $1,000 is presented to the top student in the English department. This is the English Excellence Scholarship, and it's no surprise. It's Veronica Sisova. Next, I'd like to call upon Dana Montgomery from Wilfrid Laurier to come up for the Scarfon Hawkins LPP English Proficiency Scholarship. $1,000 is awarded to a graduate who has shown the most improvement in a senior English class. This year's recipient is Zinner Chu. Next, I would call upon Mr. Limas, Math Department Head, to come forward for the Math and Science Excellence Scholarship. $1,000 is awarded to the top 4U graduate in the Math and Science stream. This year's recipient is Christian Tan. Next, I'd like to ask Mei Jia from McMaster University to come forward for the Fine Arts Excellence Scholarship. $1,000 is presented to the top student in the fine arts. This year's recipient is Lala Ma. Next, I would like to ask Cheryl Ramage from Ryerson to come forward for the Engineering Excellence Scholarship. $1,000 is presented to the top graduate in math and engineering streams. This year's recipient is Arash Ghaffari. Next, I would like to ask Sonia Sianfari from York University to come forward for the Excellence of Character Scholarship. $2,000 is awarded to a graduate who has proven to be well-rounded by excelling in leadership roles while maintaining a high academic standard of over 90%. They are well respected by both staff and students for embracing and exhibiting Columbia's key character attributes throughout their time at Columbia. Congratulations, Veronica Sisova. I told you, we're getting her to have a workout today. And if anyone needs a loan, that's where you need to go right now. Next, I would like to ask Mrs. Reed, Vice Principal, to come forward for the Kevin Matthews Memorial Scholarship. $1,000 is awarded in memory of Kevin Matthews, Maintenance Manager of CIC from 1995 to 2010, to a graduating student who has demonstrated leadership and service to the CIC community and has shown perseverance, excellence, and achievement. This year's recipient is Christian Tan. Next, I would like to ask Colin Ryrie from Brock University to come forward for the Integrity and Leadership Scholarship. $1,000 is awarded to a graduating student who has demonstrated integrity in their leadership role in the school by being dedicated to personal growth, being accountable and respectful of the school's diversity in both words and actions. This year's recipient is Kate Nguyen. Next, I will call upon Emily Nicotera from UTSG to come forward for the School Commitment Scholarship. I'll call upon Sadif Takvi to come forward for the School Commitment Scholarship. Oh, there we are. Wonderful. $1,000 is awarded to a student who has demonstrated commitment to making the CIC community a better place for other students through their volunteer work in various projects, departments, and initiatives. This year's recipient is Lala Ma. You know what? Lala is getting a workout too. Next, I would like to call upon Satif Takvi to come forward from UTM for the Young ASEP Achievers Continuing Scholarship of Excellence in Character. $1,000 will be awarded to the YA student who has demonstrated responsibility to their commitments to the YA program. They are students of good character, high academic achievement, and a significant involvement in the CIC community with respect to athletics, clubs, community service, and leadership. This year's recipient is Masahisa Sakita. Masahisa Sakita. Yeah, come forward, don't be shy. Yay! I'd like to call upon Dr. Joe Stokes from the Ontario Technical University to come forward for the Away Care Scholarship. $1,000 is awarded to a graduating student who has demonstrated concern and care for the well-being of their peers throughout their time at CIC. This year's recipient is again on stage, Roxy Lee. Next, I'd like to call Gauthaman Chiranji to come forward for the Compass Group Canada Residence Life Scholarship. 2 scholarships of $500 will be awarded to 1 male and 1 female student in recognition of their positive contribution to residence community life. This year's recipients are Lala Ma and Kento Sakita. So we just gave out $28,000 in scholarships in the last couple minutes. So where does this money come from? Well, it certainly doesn't come from the money tree. It's an amazing organization, the Columbia International Scholarship Endowment Fund. The Endowment Fund is a charitable organization that is run by an independent board of directors who are unpaid volunteers. They believe in the power and potential of youth to make a difference in the world, and the students at Columbia International College are no exception. Since 2009, they are proud to have given out almost $500,000 to 497 CIC students and an additional $45,000 to local community organizations where the students contribute their volunteer hours. They are grateful to their generous individual and corporate donors, alumni, and parents of Columbia International College for giving to this fund. Please join us in supporting our students and making an online donation of any amount at www.cisef.ca. You can see it on the slide that's showing right now. And again, thank you to all graduates on behalf of the Endowment Fund. I'd like to call Ms. Rolfe, the Community Service Coordinator from Student Development for the Duke of Edinburgh Award. We have a student who has completed the Duke of Edinburgh International Award for Young People, bronze level. This student has committed to developing himself in all areas in life for 26 weeks: personal health and well-being, service to others and their community, skill development, and an outdoor camping expedition. Ms. Rolfe will present our recipient with his certificate commemorating his success. This year's recipient for the bronze level Duke of Edinburgh Award is Kento Sakita. At this moment, I would like to recognize the impact of this graduating class has had on the Hamilton and CIC community. On page 7 of your program, you can see the top community service earners from this graduating class. In total, all these students right here have completed nearly 6,500 hours of community service. Well done, team. What a great job. And now for the very exciting part, our valedictorian address. Roxy arrived to Columbia International College in January 2019. Staff and students quickly noticed her positive attitude and remarkable work ethic. After only 1 year at CIC, Roxy became a prominent member of the Model United Nations, representing the school at the McGill University Secondary School United Nations Symposium. In addition, she won the Best Delegate at the Columbia International College Mall United Nations Conference. Rocky was also on the Character Education Leadership team and managed to accumulate close to 100 hours of community service. In addition to her long list of achievements outside of the classroom, Roxy has excelled inside the classroom. She's one of our top graduates with an average over 95%. Congratulations, Roxy, for being this year's valedictorian.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Brandon, for your introduction. And hello, graduates. I am Lee Roxy, and welcome to the very end of your high school life. Okay, so this must be a pretty exciting moment for everyone in this room, whether you are our honorable sassy staff, whether you are our sweet and caring parents, or whether you are just one of the students in Columbia International College. This would be one of the moments that you would experience for only once in your life. To start my speech, I would like to say thank you to several people in my high school life here. Firstly, all the Columbia staff, the principals, the teachers, the cafeteria staff, and all the others. Without their hard work, no one here would have such a good high school life experience. And secondly, I want to appreciate my parents and my girlfriend for being so supportive and caring all the time. And I want to say thank you to all my friends here who are so considerate and have brought me much happiness. At last, thank you to every single one of you sitting here in this room. It is you guys and your hard work that really makes this school alive. As the valedictorian, I'm supposed to talk about the future. But for most of us, including myself, future sounds confusing. No one knows what is waiting for us, and no one knows what we should do to prepare for it. Well, as I say, in order to get a more insightful understanding of the future, we should do some reflection on our past. So here today, I would like to share you my own story of how I become who I am. I used to be a shy girl who didn't dare to speak up and had only a few friends. I was so shy that I remember once, when my teacher praised me in front of many students, I almost fainted. But the one thing which changed me forever was the motto United Nations. Some people might know that I've been doing MUN for about 3 years ever since my senior one. And in fact, when I just started it, I couldn't even speak. But now I seem to be a quite confident person, and some people even say that I'm a little bit aggressive, but okay. Yeah, anyway, I remember during my first conference, I made only 2 speeches. Like, every time I stood in front of people, I couldn't stop my legs and even my voice from shaking. This situation lasted for about 3 conferences. For that 3 times, I didn't make much progress by then, but I gradually realized something. It's that it is not only being too shy that really is my problem, but I also failed to do enough research and didn't push myself enough. The turning point was the 4th time. At first, I made some problem with my schedule and was about to miss the deadline. But I decided to do whatever I could to catch up. So I really worked hard that time, doing research, brainstorming, and reading books related to the topic even late at night. I spent as much time and effort as I could for it. To my surprise, I found that all this preparation were useful during the discussion. And once people started to listen to my words and started to consider my ideas seriously, I became more confident and more willing to share my opinions. In the end, unexpectedly, I got my very first conference award, and it was the best cabinet member. So, why do I tell you my story about the MUN? Am I trying to persuade you to join the Model United Nations? Well, partially yes. But what's more important is that this experience tells me what I should do when confronted with something hard. Find a problem, come up with the solution, and then just go for it. Don't hesitate. Graduates, all of us have faced something that we thought to be almost impossible. But I believe that all of you have had an experience similar to my MUN story, in which you see the problem and made your own effort to conquer it. If you cannot remember any example for now, just consider everyone in this room. By adjusting to a completely new country, studying a second language under a different educational system, you have already succeeded. Of course, there will be more obstacles coming and waiting for you. You may feel overwhelmed by the workload and the loneliness in the university. You may find it hard to find a job during the break. And there will be so many things coming that you cannot even predict. But don't be afraid. Everyone here has what it requires to overcome the challenges the future has in store for us. If you still find it hard to stick to the goal and you want to give up, just remember how determined you were, what potential you discovered from yourself, and the courage you always have to overcome the challenges. Believe in yourself. Trust yourself. Once you keep that faith in your heart and try to work it through constantly, I know all of us will succeed in the future. And thank you.
Great job, Roxy. At this point, I'd like to join Mr. Chan, the CIC founder and executive director, to come to the podium and share a few words.
Platform guests, honored guests, our keynote speakers, Dr. Livingston, parents, colleagues, teachers, graduates. I have a special feeling today standing up here to speak to you. Of course, our Vice Principal Diana Reed's speech was amazing. It was very inspiring. Inspiring in the fact that we have to recognize, and we should recognize, that none of us are perfect. And our valedictorian speech was also very inspiring. And I want to tell you that you should learn from Mrs. Reed. She enjoys her speech. And if you take the next note from me, is that when you deliver speech, you just put your eyes out of focus and you don't see anybody. And you enjoy your speech a little bit more, and that's another secret. But there's another secret too. Somebody said, if you wanted to deliver a very engaging speech, just focus on one person, like Mr. Mill here sitting, just focus on Mr. Mill as if you're speaking to Mr. Mill. And also, you tune everybody out, and then you can focus on your speech too. But today, standing up here, I have a very special feeling because this is the end of our 40th anniversary year. And starting from January, that will be the beginning of our 31st year of operation of Columbia International College. Thank you. As I mentioned in many instances, that people don't talk about a school or don't say that, oh, you're a great school, unless you're 100 years old, 100-year-old school, right? And by that time, either very few of us will be there, or the school suddenly advanced to such a stage, or science advanced to such a stage that we could still see the school. However, today when I was walking with Dr. Livingston and Dr. Stokes from Ontario Tech University down the timeline, and I have seen that timeline many times. I was part of the process in designing that timeline. But today, when I was walking in front of the timeline, introducing it to Dr. Livingston, and I said, my goodness, we have done a lot over 40 years. And I feel very thankful to all the people who helped in building up the school in the past 40 years. And it just happened in front of my eyes, 1979 January, when we started the school in a rental premises. And it's like yesterday. It's like, fast forward or fast backward the movie, and you relive that 40 years again. 40 years pass, except saying thank you to all the staff, except saying thank you to all the families of the staff that worked here. People put in extra effort, dedication, and everything. What else can I say? It is truly thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone in the past 40 years who supported me, who supported Columbia International College, and who supported all the students, all the graduates that went through the school. And of course, we all supported the parents, who trusted us, who prepaid the tuition fee to Columbia International College 6 months in advance, and then say, well, maybe my kid will have a good education at the end of the year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It is a big thank you to all the parties who made Columbia International College possible, and all the people that supported and believe in total care education system. Aside from saying thank you, I also feel that I'm very blessed. Very blessed that today, after 40 years, I could healthily walk in the school among you, working with you, seeing the students, saying hi to them. Many of them I met overseas, and then I see them coming here, and then now I see them graduate. It is a very blessed environment inside me, on the outside of me, in my head, in my heart. And this is how I feel today. So, thank you everyone. Thank you parents. Thank you teachers. Thank you staff. Thank you all the university partners who has supported me. And the first university that supported me in the fullest extent was McMaster University, because I worked at McMaster University before. It was very easy for me to connect with the presidents, the deans, the vice presidents, and the registrars, and strike up a relationship. But that relationship didn't come from nothing. It came from the fact that our students, did well at the university, that our teacher taught them well, that the administration team insists on academic excellence, that the residents, the food service, liaison, everybody, housekeeping, security, they all insist on total care. That's what makes Columbia International College today, and that what makes total care education system today. So, to end this, again, thank you everybody, and thank you to all the platform guests who come to support us today. Thank you.
Okay, I'm blurring my eyes, and where's Andrew Milne? Got him. Boom. All right, I'm ready. Okay, moving on. We have another exciting part of our ceremony. At this point, I'd like to call upon Mr. Chan and Mrs. Reed and Roxy to join us just in the front over here for the ceremonial cutting of the cake. Roxy, I'm going to ask you to take a seat down with your peers for now, and for Mr. Chan and Mrs. Reed to come back up. So this concludes our graduation ceremony for December 2019. An event such as this takes an immense amount of work from many people, and to thank you to all staff who played a part in making today's day a success. Finally, thank you to all members of the platform party and parents and guests for joining us today. After the recessional of the platform party, please join us for a reception in the Living Wall Lounge. Please feel free to take pictures with your family, friends, and staff. There are 3 different photo areas there to set up for your convenience. As well, while you're leaving this afternoon, parents, please find a small gift as a token of our thanks for coming today at the gift table in the lobby. A reminder to graduates to pick up your grad packages in the UPO, and please return your gowns to the graduation area after you have taken your photos before 3 p.m. You are welcome to keep the tassels and the caps as a memento of your graduation. But hold on, we have one final task to take care of, one of the most exciting tasks, which is the ceremonial tossing of the caps. So, I need the help of the audience. What I would like us to do is count down 3, 2, 1 all together. Then our graduates are going to let it loose and toss those hats up. Now, I got to say something. Hold on, before we get on here. Last time we did this, some jokers in here were throwing them and trying to take out our platform party. Please throw them up in the air so that we don't have to take any ambulance visits today. So, audience, please give me a hand. 3, 2, 1, toss! Oh, great job, and no one got hurt. All right, please stand for the recessional as we will now call upon Mr. Lawless and his band to sing our special song, UIC CIC.